They work! Fully spawn in game, full blueprints, working with their inspects and everything, guys. This is a dupe. This is a level 5 account. It doesn't have that gun or anything. Let's quickly go along and try a different thing. The Krig. Let's see if this thing spawns in, because this definitely shouldn't have that unlocked. It's a Krig, and this is a level 5 account. Come on, game. We've got a few seconds to get down there and see this weapon.
All stations, we are green to go.
Did it come out? Yes! Hey guys, BMAN here. Welcome to today's video. Today, we've got an awesome one for you guys. What you got today is I'm going to show you guys the full-on account duplication glitch. We're going to set up this account. We've got right here, it's a level 5 account, so it doesn't have anything on it. Well, it has a couple of things on it from the part from me just doing a dupe test run just before, which I can't delete these, so that's why they're there. But don't worry, guys, they aren't affecting this process, and I'm going to show you guys fully me setting up this account completely. So as you see right here, this is the class on this account as it is before we start the dupe process. So it doesn't have all the stuff here that's unlocked, and it doesn't have all sorts of stuff. We're going to be able to dupe all sorts. You're going to be able to set up this account fully to be able to play in zombies. So we'll be able to set it up to be able to have Eat the Shroud on it equipped, working in game. We'll be able to have this shotgun with the working Dragon's Breath and all the attachments working in game with working Dragon's Breath and everything, guys. Okay, so for zombies, it's absolutely broken and overpowered. But not only in zombies, we'll also set this up in multiplayer as well. So we'll come over into the multiplayer side. We'll set it up with some cool camo swapped weapons, so camo swaps and all sorts into these classes. And then we'll also come into our private matches and we'll set it up in our private matches. Now, right now, I'm just showing you what this account's classes look like right now before we do the dupe. So as you see here, this is it in private classes, because it's about to look way different in a few seconds. So with that said, that's what this account is. Let's load in with the other account that we're going to dupe over. Okay, so we load into the game with the account on controller 1 that has all of the stuff in the classes set up that we're wanting to duplicate over, right? So this was the account that has all the stuff. So if you come into zombies with this account, now for this is only for working on new gen, because you need to be able to split screen to be able to do this. So this is new gen consoles only. So as you see here, we come over to our loadouts here, and this is the loadout, right? We're going to duplicate this loadout over. So for this, we're just going to put an impact grenade here so you guys can see that this is the setup, right? So all we need to do for this is we come back to here, then you bring in player 2 with controller 2. This is the profile that was just logged in a second ago that had nothing in its classes. With controller 2, once it's logged in, you want to go across to the Battle Pass tab. Then, with controller 1, you want to go off the Battle Pass tab and back to it. Then, with controller 1, go to the Weapons tab. Then with controller 2, go into the classes. And as you see there, it's duped over player 1's classes. We have the stuff from player 1, right? Simple as, easy as. We even have these things here. We can even go along and make a change. So if we make a change in this class, it should secure this class, right? For us. What we want to do is you just want to make one change just like we did there, and that should secure this class into here. Then we can come into here, come into the gobblegums and change one of these gobblegums. Don't think that you're getting all of those gobblegums duped over, guys. That part of things is just visual. But after you've done that, you can back out of here, right? Now this class here should stick if you make a change to this class, and if you go along and you want to save this blueprint, you can go along and make a change to this blueprint, and it should stick like that. Now if you make a change to this blueprint, the gun itself or the attachments might wipe off. So that's why I suggest, if you're trying to get this into zombies with the attachments and stuff working on it, after you've duped it over, don't touch that gun. Make the change to the class somewhere else, like we decided to change the frag grenade, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, after you're finished with this class, what you do is you back out of here, then you get player 1's controller again, you come back out of zombies. With player 1's controller, you come into multiplayer. You come across to the weapons tab, and then you come into their loadouts with the player 1's controller. As you see, this is all player 1 stuff. It's all set up with heaps of cool stuff here. Then we back out of there with player 1's controller, and we come into there with player 2's controller. And as you should see, it should be duplicated over. So if we come into here now, as you will see, it should have the camos and stuff duped over. If it doesn't, don't fret. Just come in and try it again. It doesn't yet. So what we do at this stage is we get player 1's controller. We back out of here. Player 2's controller. We back out of here, and then we come across to the Battle Pass tab with player 2's controller. Player 2's controller, then we get player 1's controller, we go off the Battle Pass tab, back to the Battle Pass tab, then it's going to boot us back to the lobby tab, right? We're going to go with the same controller back to the weapons tab again. So we come off, and then we go back. Then with the same controller, we're going to go to the weapons tab. Then we're going to get player 2, and we're going to go into the loadouts. And now it should have the stuff duped over fully, guys, okay? So now we can go into here, we can come into here, and we should have all the stuff with the camos and stuff on them from player 1. Now, at this point, all you need to do is make change to one thing in the gun. So change a charm or a sticker. Your profile will need at least one charm or sticker to be able to do this in multiplayers, online classes. So we come here, we equipped a charm. Now we have that gun saved as a blueprint on this profile. We can do the same with each gun that we want to save. So we come out of here, we come down to the next gun, we come to this gun, and we just change a sticker, right? So this sticker here, we add the sticker on. We come out of here, we come down to the next gun. We come across and we just change a sticker. We come out of here and we just do this for the whole class. This is us setting up this profile with all of these cool guns. With these cool camos and everything, we're getting them all saved right now. Come across. And we've got that, right? So now we've gone along and we've made adjustments to all of these guns right here. We'll just go along and we might just make it, we'll make adjustment to this one too. I didn't secure this one. And we've got that, right? So now all those classes have been secured. Now, what we want to do from here is back out of here and get controller 1. Then with controller 1, we want to go into private match. For the people that want to also be doing their private match classes, wait for the background to load. Then with player 1, we go across to the weapons tab. Then with player 2, we go into the loadouts. And now it's got all of player 1's stuff duped over in here as well. So if it boots you back to the thing, just come straight back in. It doesn't matter. And as you see here, now we have all of this stuff here. So we can do the same thing. Just simply go along and make a change to all the guns in here to secure them as blueprints. Just like that, you've secured them. And also this one here. Just like that. So now this has got those secured too as well. Now from this point, we can close the app down and we can load it back up because we're finished doing the duplicating. Okay, so we've loaded up after the duplication process. We'll come into zombies. We come over here and we come in, and here you see here we've got the gun, we've got all those items over, still there, equipped fully, right? We've got our ether shroud that'll work in game. We've got this, we've got our cool weapon with the camos on it. This has Constellation's End equipped on it and everything. It has all of the mods and everything equipped on them, even though they're locked and everything. And let's quickly load in game with this one and we'll show you it working in game. Then we'll go over to multiplayer and we'll show you the other stuff. And there you see there, working. We've got the charm, the stickers, the camo, everything, the attachments, absolutely everything working, even the dragon's breath and everything. As you see, we got ether shroud equipped and everything, and it's on the level 5 account. Everything's working in game fully. Let's go over and show you guys the multiplayer side, and everybody check the time and date on that charm so you guys can see that this footage is current and it's not old footage or anything like that as well. Okay, so you've seen all that works and everything, and it's not just for one game. Here you go. After that game, we've still got the stuff in our class, right? So that's just perfect. It works awesomely. You'll be able to do that for your ults and stuff for zombies and everything. Now let's get through to multiplayer. Now, as you'll see, some of the things sticked in there, and these are the ones that sticked are the ones that we had that were not on blueprints. So for this here, what you want to keep in mind is if you guys are trying to duplicate over camos and stuff like that, just do it onto the base blueprints so that you don't have any problems using them on the future profiles, right? So this one here can now go along and just use this as if it owned that gun with that cool camo and everything. We can go along and use it fine, right? You can go along and set it up and equip it and everything, and it's cool to be able to use. This account now has cool gun with camo swapped on it, right? Now, you're going to run into the trouble when you have the blueprints in there, because the anti-cheating, that's going to start wiping them out on you and all sorts. So to save yourself those sort of headaches, I would highly recommend you just don't even bother with blueprint side of things. And well, camo swap guns like this are pretty cool as themselves. But those that want this type of stuff here, you can do it. It's just really hard to be able to get working in multiplayer. Those will work really well and really easy in Warzone. We'll get over and show you that in Warzone, and that's probably the better place for the blueprint side of things. And zombies, okay? Multiplayer has that anti-cheat part, so it's not that good to be able to do blueprints in multiplayer, but blueprints are easy and simple in zombies and Warzone. So for multiplayer, I would highly suggest that you just use non-blueprints like you see here. You can do camos and everything, so we've got this cool $400 camo on this gun and everything, and use it fine. The only issues that you're going to run into is when you've got blueprints, okay? Now, blueprints you can get working, but they're too complicated for me to bother trying to put into this video. Or overcomplicate this video, and it will end up throwing people off. So for that reason, I'm just going to keep the blueprints out of multiplayer for this video, okay? Now, as you see over here, all of this stuff dupes over perfectly fine. You get the camo swap stuff and everything. Let's just go through and all of the blueprints and everything will work in private match with no troubles as well. Now, if you're duping over blueprints for zombies, they should load in just fine with no trouble. If we come over to here to Warzone, we'll have a look at the blueprint side of things, equipping them into here. So we'll come into here, and you'll see it's locked, but we can equip it by coming to the shop one, the same one, because it was the second one over here. So we go to the second one, hover over the second one and press X, and it should equip our blueprint one, right? Now that we've got the blueprint one in, we've got that there. Let's go along and press play and see if it wipes it. Doesn't look like it's wiped it yet. We'll load a game and we'll see, and we'll end the video with us loading a game and seeing whether or not we get this working in game, guys. And here we go here, we select it, and here you go here. It loads in game as the blueprint with the camo swap and everything, guys. Fully working, even with the cool inspecs as the mastercrafts and everything, guys. It's simple as, it's easy as, and they work perfectly awesome, especially in Warzone, guys. So this is really good for the duplicating blueprints and stuff like that over for Warzone players and everything. It's just hard to get it working properly in multiplayer. So with that said, guys, as you've seen there, working perfectly fine in Warzone 2. So also, if you guys are having trouble, say you've got one down here and it does not have a whole heap of shop variants, right? If you've got a shop variant for a gun, it's easy to equip the blueprint, right? Just make sure that the blueprint is in a slot for the shop variant. So this one here, we only have one shop variant, so we want the blueprint we're trying to equip to be at the top. Then we go to the shop variant and we just press X, right? And it's going to equip that blueprint. So now we'll have this one here in game being able to working in game in Warzone. Okay, so say that the blueprint does not have a shop variant, but you still have a blueprint that you want to equip, like this one here. What you can do is you can find a shop variant, a gun that has more shop variants than you have blueprints for that gun. So in this case, we're using the XM4. I have two XM4 custom blueprints here, but it has 3. So what I can do is in this third slot, I can make that third slot the AM85. To do that, I come to here and then I duplicate one of these, pushing it down to the third slot. But see, that one is that one in the third slot, and I want it to be the one with the camo on it. So I'll duplicate it again to get the camo one in this third slot right here. Now, because this was the most recent one I created in this slot here, it's going to equip this. When I come up to the XM4, I come to the shop, and I press X on this. Then I equip this, and as you will see, it's equipped the Mastercraft for that variant there. So this is how you'll be able to go along. You'll be able to use all your guys' duplicates and stuff like that in Warzone and everything, and zombies as well. But in multiplayer, it's going to wipe these. I would not suggest you doing blueprints for multiplayer. You'll cause yourself headaches. For multiplayer, just use the camo swaps on base variants. Okay, guys? Simple as, easy as. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me an awesome comment, and just remember, guys, it's as simple as player 2 goes over to the Battle Pass tab, player 1 goes off the Battle Pass tab, goes to the Battle Pass tab, it bugs out, and then player 1 quickly goes over from here to the loadouts, and player 2 goes into the loadouts, guys. If that doesn't work, just do that exact steps again, and then it should work, guys. Now, that's worked for me nearly every single time, so if that's not working for you, just maybe play around with the method a little bit. You might have to adjust it just that little bit for your profile. Maybe your profile is just behaving a little weird, but that's pretty much the gist of it, guys, and it's just that simple, guys. It's simple as, easy as. And we'll end the video with you seeing these stuff all working in multiplayer as well. So as you see here, here's the constellations end that we showed you loading in. This is loading in, and as you've seen, it is the level 5 account. So this isn't another account or anything. It's our level 5 account that we're using. We've got that loading in. These camos all load into multiplayer. The dupes load in and everything, guys. It's absolutely awesome. Now, you will have trouble with the blueprints loading in, guys, into multiplayer. But just remember the camos and themselves and stuff like that, if you put them onto base weapons, you won't have much trouble at all. It'll load in and everything. So with that said, you guys know the deal. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me an awesome comment. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. BMAN out.